because we have young stalwart Claire Hutton on the team. And that 79th minute comes along. She gets the ball at the weirdest angle on the left side of the box. It just turns around and just rips it, just hits it. Like, because why not? Why not put a shot on goal? And that goalkeeper's like, oh, shit, you're shooting? And kind of gets a hand on it and just goes right in, man. And I'm so happy for Claire, dude. She's been putting together such a great season. I've been wanting her to score for what seems like years. And she did. And this was spectacular. This goes on a highlight reel, no doubt.
This is KC Sports Network, proudly presented by Emprise Bank.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Currently on Kansas City Sports Network. It's 9 a.m. on a Friday. We're here for you. It's your boy Daniel Kooser and the goose to my maverick, Christopher Wright. What's going on, buddy?
I love your introductions, man, but the weather here has been so nice. Are you enjoying the kind of cool front we've been having?
Today's kind of cool, isn't it? I kind of wanted to hit the pool this afternoon, and I was like, maybe I'll hit the hot tub instead.
Okay. It's been pretty cool the last couple of days. It's kind of like football September weather. That's what it's kind of giving me hints of, but I know it's probably going to come crashing down because it's still early August.
Gives me tailgate vibes. When I get cool, I'm like, all right, it's 9 a.m. KU kicks off football at 12 or something, you know. I'm out at the tailgate eating my chips, drinking my my beer or coffee with Irish cream or something, you know.
Kombucha, well, whatever, you know.
Kombucha. Yeah, dude, it's man, what an odd time to record. It's a Friday, but we, you know, the way the schedule shaked up, we didn't want to come in on Tuesday just to kind of be outdated when there was a game Tuesday night. So we figured we'd wait and recap it all for you guys. But dude, we're bound for a San Antonio championship. How do you feel about that?
So cool, man. It's been a couple years since we've played for Cup, right? So, I mean, what an incredible kind of journey it's been with this tournament. It's been a lot of fun, man. I've really enjoyed having other countries come and play and watch them in person and on TV. So, yeah, I hope they keep this going.
I certainly didn't think that no Mexican teams would make the semifinals. That was a little baffling for me, but NWSL cleaned up, took care of business, man. I don't know. You think of Liga MX as this powerhouse of a league, like very talented players, but you throw in the travel and playing in this Midwestern heat. I can't imagine that's been too easy on those women. So props to them for even competing, I guess, especially while they're playing league matches as well.
I think it's only fair that we, you know, if they do this again, that we have some games in Mexico or something that kind of levels that playing field. Because you're right, like the international break, there's some, you know, Jenny Hermoso from Spain, you know, plays for Tigres. You know, she's in the Olympics. So, and so is a lot of players for, you know, NWSL teams, but just kind of felt like they're in a little bit of a disadvantage kind of out the gate. But hopefully if they do it again, they can, you know, make it a little easier on the MX teams.
Dude, you mentioned the Olympics. I am enjoying the Olympics, man. I watched a very fun USA men's basketball game yesterday when they were down by like 17 and came back to win. I mean, Steph Curry drained a couple of crucial shots at the end. A Serbia player was like mocking Carmelo Anthony, and LeBron was like, "What the fuck you doing, man?" And then they just went to town and took care of it. I couldn't believe it. It was, now they're playing in the gold medal match, and I'm taking in water polo, dude, volleyball, women's soccer in this gold medal match as well.
Ping pong, like I'm watching all of it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, obviously the time difference is very difficult, but it'll be like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm watching archery, you know, semifinals in archery. It makes me want to try it, but as does like every Olympic sport, makes you want to give it a shot, even if you're terrible. But yeah, man, I just
equestrian stuff, dude. Horse jumping. It's just, dude. I dated a girl in high school who was a horse jumper, and I would go out to the ranch sometimes and watch her practice. I was like, this is amazing. She's just trotting around, jumping these horses. It was bananas.
Nick mentioned in the chat that a guy flew off his horse, and it was insane. I kind of like that. It's a little bit like a NASCAR car accident. I don't get into the NASCAR accidents, right? I don't really watch NASCAR, but to see somebody fly off a horse, I mean, I'm all for it as long as they don't get seriously injured.
I mean, Formula One gets some accidents too, man. Those cars can spin out if it's the slightest bit of rain on the course. I'm learning things, right? I've never really watched the Olympics like this, so I'm kind of like learning a little bit about water polo and how I'd never want to be a goalkeeper. I just think that would be the worst, just treading water in place. It probably goes to the goalkeeper position has to go to the person with the biggest wingspan. It has to. I'm like, okay, everyone, before picking keepers, who's got the longest arms? And I'm worried because I think that would be me.
Well, like, I don't know. I'm not as fearless as goalkeepers. So, like, it has a ball just come, through traffic of people, come right at your face. Like, my eyes would be closed. I'd be like, I couldn't do it, man. And that's a tough sport. Like, those people get scratches, they get bruises. Like, it's much more physical, I think, than what people get.
They probably get kneed in the groin underneath the water. Like, you don't know what's going on, man. And, I watch it on mute most of the time. And so I see like fouls happen and then they got to go swim to the penalty box, at least in like hockey, you can skate over to the penalty box real fast. But in water polo, it's like, all right, let me go to the penalty box.
To the side, yeah.
It's just, I don't know, man. And they do a mad dash for the ball at the beginning, like playing dodgeball in school.
Right.
It's a lot of fun. But volleyball, I know you like volleyball. I know you get down on it. We've wanted to start a team for years and we never acted on it. But do you ever get down on it though? You still play a little bit?
I've subbed in every now and again, but it's just when somebody
fake spikes and all that.
No, I can't get up that high to be faking any spikes.
You're the digger. You dig.
Yeah, and I'm that hustle guy. If the ball's like going out of bounds, like I'm the idiot who's trying to like jump over a bleacher and save it for no reason. That's what I do.
Do you wear knee pads?
I don't, but I should.
That's crazy.
I don't, but I should. I have them. But, another sport I've been really watching, handball. How come the U.S. does not have a handball team?
I mean, they did. They just didn't
competitively. Like, I feel like if some of our athletes played handball, I mean, that's probably how Americans feel about everything. But I feel like handball is a sport that the U.S. should be able to compete in.
Yeah. I watched them in the prelims. They just did not go past the prelims. It is what it is. Same with field hockey. I don't think they did much in field hockey. I haven't taken in a lot of gymnastics. I know people go ape shit for gymnastics. But I'm really wrapped up in this U.S. soccer game. It's Saturday, right? Saturday's the gold medal match?
Yes. I think, 2? Maybe I'm mistaken. Off of memory.
I mean, we got glory coming, man. Glory is upon us, and we face Brazil, right?
Yeah.
USA?
Yeah.
So Lauren's not getting any minutes, is she? She's just
she's been playing. Yeah, she's been playing. She's been playing. She actually got hurt this past game. They had a stretcher, went out and got her. However, she was celebrating with the team after. She appeared to be fine. I don't know what the deal was. I don't know if
I didn't know she was activated.
Yeah, she got some good amount of minutes. Some really good minutes. Yeah. She's been playing really well.
See, they don't really advertise that. They're like, she's going as like an alternate or whatever, so she may get some playing time. That doesn't always happen. And then I feel like when they activate a player, they should like put out some kind of press release from their club. I didn't see Casey Current say like, she's in, otherwise I'd be paying attention because I haven't been watching Brazil at all.
Well, it's a little bit like, Lynn Williams. I believe she was a reserve, but she has some playing time here at the U.S. So I don't know if they have to like make a formal or public announcement if they're, from reserve to their main squad, I guess. But yeah, she's been playing really well. She did get hurt, but I think after the game she was celebrating, so I think she's fine. I don't know if it's precautionary or what the deal was, but I don't know if
that's our key. She was celebrating.
Yeah.
Fine.
Exactly. I mean, Dabinha was celebrating when she got hurt, and I thought she was fine, but she was out for a little bit. But
yeah, you can celebrate, man. You get that adrenaline going. This will be a tough match, dude. USA and Brazil. very excited for it. I hope they can, go up early on them, but it's at 10 a.m. on a Saturday. I don't know, Marta on her little farewell tour here, right? You big Marta fan or not really, since she came to KC Current and made it? I mean, of us all.
I'm a big Marta fan, but I'd be lying if I feel like, she took a step back in my mind after the whole Kansas City Orlando situation. But she got a 2-game suspension, and she's obviously missed the semifinal. She's back for the final. So had Brazil not advanced, she would have went out suspended. That would have been her last Olympic game was suspended. But
that's a neat story. They did it for her.
Yeah, it's a great story. But they crushed Spain, which I'm honestly happy about. I think Spain's won too much. They won the World Cup. They needed to be humbled, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's going to be a fun and open game because they both have pretty open play styles. So
I'm here for the Olympic stories. I mean, there was a guy who won a race the other day from USA, and then it showed Casey Mo underneath his name, and I was like, oh no shit, like that was pretty cool. Felt like a hometown boy. But this soccer match, man, gold medal, 10 a.m. Saturday morning. Where will you be?
Oh, my ass will be on my couch, feet up. Hopefully it's cool with the windows open, catching the game.
There you go. It's going to be awesome. I'm just pumped to see the U.S. There it is. Nick Springer. Good job. Quincy Hall from KC, man. Young kid. Very neat to see as that runner.
By the way, going back to the U.S. Olympics, what a great core of attackers when you have Young, Swanson, Sophia Smith, Trinity Rodman. Like that, I can't think of a better 3-pronged attack of any country in the world than those three. And they're all like, 20, I think Sophia Smith is 24, Swanson's 24, 25, Rodman's like 24 or something like that. So what an incredible group of talent right there.
They're working, dude. And it's nice to see a bounce back from the World Cup last year, which was, we were the high favorites for that. And now here we are.
Let me ask you a quick question. This does pertain to Kansas City. If Swanson didn't get hurt for the World Cup, do you think the U.S. would have crashed out against Sweden and Vlatko would be our coach? Or had they won, they may have given him more time as the head coach of the national team?
There's a parallel universe there, right?
Marvel parallel universe action.
But feels very weird to think about, but I don't know. That's hard to speculate, man. Something was different with that team where it wasn't just the attackers. Something just felt off, like maybe they just weren't prepared for this World Cup.
I don't know. I agree. There's more off than that. But
yeah,
fun to think about.
Well, cool. Again, gold medal match, 10 a.m. Saturday. This should be dropping on a Friday. This is in your ear holes on a Friday afternoon right now. So we're going to take our break. And when we come back, we got a couple big KC Current games to recap. So before we go, though, man, I got to tell you all about the Mint Mobile hotline. It's our KCSN hotline powered by Mint Mobile. You can text us. Questions and comments, send it to us at 913-407-6524. That's 913-407-6524. And we'll answer your questions and comments live on the air. So stay right there. We'll be right back.
We appreciate you supporting KC Sports Network by listening to our podcast. You have helped us become the highest-ranked Chiefs podcast network in 2022 and 2023. And don't forget about our daily Substack newsletter, the best written analysis you can find on the Chiefs straight to your inbox every day. kcsn.substack.com.
With big wireless providers, what you see is never what you get. Somewhere between the store and your first month's bill, the price you thought you were paying magically skyrockets. With Mint Mobile, you'll never have to worry about gotchas ever again. When Mint Mobile says $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan, they mean it. So you can say bye-bye to your overpriced wireless plan's jaw-dropping monthly bills and unexpected overages. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at just $15 a month. All plans come with high-speed data and limited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. And if you're worried about keeping your phone number or all of your existing contacts, Mint Mobile has you covered. So ditch overpriced wireless with Mint Mobile's deal and get 3 months of premium wireless service for just $15 a month. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/KCSNKCC. That's mintmobile.com/KCSNKCC. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/KCSNKCC. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
Oh, we better make a name for ourselves here. Listen, I've been saying that a lot lately. You know, the Gambit, Remy LeBeau.
Who's your dialect coach?
The Minions, bro. He goes, I deal the cards, I make them go boom.
I wonder if we'll get a movie now with that character. Like, it could.
It's so good. That's becoming a meme like everywhere. Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself here. So, dude, we talked at the very beginning that KC Current are San Antonio bound. I don't know why you just didn't host this in KC. We seem to be hosting everything else in KC recently. But it's okay. I'm totally okay with a neutral site for the final. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves, because before the semifinal was won against North Carolina, we had a match against Tigres. And we knew coming into this match that we just needed a draw. We knew, like, hey, we just got to tie these folks. You know, let's get it done. Let's get out of there safe. And we did more than that, bro. We had a 3-goal victory. We're like, tying's no good. Do you know what we do? We score bangers. Tigres, man, like, that is a club, men and women, that is very good. And they were very frustrated on this day. You could just tell. Were you at the Tigres game?
I was, yeah. Yeah, I was up
Okay.
there. No.
Were you at the North Carolina game?
No.
Okay.
Scheduling conflicts there.
Gotcha. Well, this Tigres game, dude, I cannot believe they were at, like, near the bottom of our group with Tigres and Pachuca, just the bottom 2 teams. But man, Lola Bonta, Claire Hutton got her first goal for the club, and Dabinia all put up goals. Assists from Wheeler, DiBernardo. DiBernardo had 2 first-half assists in this game. But I could not be more... Claire, can you just score in the regular season for us? We got a record to maintain here. That's all I could think about when she scored this ridiculous goal. But I want to go through them in order here. So we'll get to Claire's. It came a little later in the game. You knew this group was on the line. If Tigres won, we do not advance in this thing, right? Is that essentially what would have happened?
I have to double check the goal difference, but yeah, if they won, that'd be a very tough.
Oh, they would have had to win by like 4 or 5, right?
I would have to, yeah. The goal difference would have helped us, but it's so much better just to take care of business at home.
Well, do you know we scored 3 or more goals in every one of these matches for a total of 10 goals in 3 games? What is this team? What are we doing? I'm so excited all the time.
And, we didn't have Chewinga for Tigres, right?
Yes. And I'm like,
was
how are
out.
we going to score? Where's the goals going to come from?
Yeah, we didn't have Izzy either.
Yeah.
Izzy was out as well. It was probably precautionary because she played later against North Carolina. But yeah, just the depth on this team is when you have one of your forwards and Bia, who's out, and then you have one of your other primary attackers who's also out, and you still put up 4. I mean, that's remarkable.
Well, something of note, we did see Alana Cook slide immediately into the back line, and we're like, okay, the trust is real with this one. Like, you don't just come straight to a team and normally start immediately. You normally have to integrate it into the team, learn their system. But nah, bro, it's Alana Cook, and they put her right in, like August 1st, right when she was available. You're playing. What do you think about her play?
I think she's been fantastic. I think whatever form she was in Seattle, I think once she came to Kansas City, she's been immediately better. So to me, that says more about Seattle than anything. But she's come right in with Balasager, right? Come right in, and I think they have been playing exceptionally well. Their communication has been great. Cook is clearing headers. Like, she's, a good aerial defender that you can see it right away. Her positioning is fantastic. Her IQ is really good. And one thing that I noticed is, earlier in the year, we had a lot of goals that was scored against us because the ball ping-ponged in the box, right? Like, who's going to clear it? She's cutting off angles for a lot of these. She's not giving anybody she's not lunging. She's not like making high-risk moves in the box that's going to put us out of position. But she is just taking away every easy angle for the opposing team and not giving any good looks. And it's very refreshing and a lot of fun to watch.
Dude, we're the only team that gets good looks. In like the first 10 minutes of every single game, it seems like we have like 3 good chances. And Michelle Cooper is just being herself, just being a freaking menace. She's so fast too, dude. And she's such a little bulldozer that you're not going to stop her.
If she played rugby, if rugby was a popular sport in the U.S. that paid well and that, I think she'd do incredibly well with rugby.
But that would be something. Yeah. But she had a couple of attempts, man. The being had a couple of attempts. Kristen Hamilton was up there being dangerous.
Yeah.
We've spoken her name a few times during this little summer cup. But dude, the scoring began in the 23rd minute. Free kick. Vanessa DiBernardo takes the kick, gives it on a platter all times. I feel so confident with DiBernardo behind the ball. It feels like a 2014 Benny Feilhaber or some shit. You know what I mean? It's just, it's on a dime. And who's there to head it home? The obvious choice, Lola Bonta, the shortest player on the team. Like,
the aerial threat of Kansas City, Lola Bonta.
And she places it. I mean, if you're the Tigres player, all due respect to Lo, you can't let her get a header. I mean, when there's a height disadvantage and you're taller, you win. Like, that doesn't happen. So, again, all due respect to LaBonta, that Tigres player, just feel like shit for letting the small girl get in there.
You know what I like, though, is like she finds these pockets. Like, she'll just, find a pocket where the ball's going. Maybe there's not a defender. She doesn't necessarily like try and beat them like in the air, but she just knows where to go, knows where that ball's going to fall, and she's there. She's there for it. And that's squeezed in too. It was such a tough angle.
I mean, can you place it any better? Lo just a running header like that, dude. The power was spot on. But guess what? We weren't done, and neither was DiBernardo. 29th minute, she's coming down the right side and gives a little cross to, well, is it an attacking player? No, it's a freaking outside back in Ellie Wheeler, former attacking player, mind you. We found that out when she was a guest on this show.
Well, she subbed in at right wing a couple times this year, so,
Yes. And her, dude, in slow motion, her form, like to just place that in there, her body was like so tight and angled.
Like, don't mess it up. Just like fundamental. Just put it down.
It was fundamental. It was perfect. She didn't have to be stupid. She didn't have to do anything silly. Just do the basics, man. DiBernardo's going to put it on your head, so make it happen. French had to make a couple diving saves in this game. Nothing crazy, nothing spectacular, but anytime a goalkeeper has to dive like to their side or fall on their side, it's something. She had to fall, and no one likes to fall. I don't like to try. Yeah. So we go into halftime 2-0, man. You're at this game. 2-0 is a very dangerous score in soccer. You got me feeling pretty good, right?
I'm feeling like all we got to do is draw. Like, we don't got to win. We just can't give up 3. That's how I was feeling. I felt pretty comfortable, especially at home. I felt really confident. We were better in the attack. We were better in the possession. So I felt pretty good at that moment in time.
It was a little nervy. They did draw one back. Got kind of weird, kind of on the outside, a weird angle France to stop.
She took it from Mace, so she had some type of battle with Mace there and was able to get away with it and make that run on the left there.
Yeah, it kind of hits Franch's foot, I think, and kind of goes into the goal. So, I mean, she damn near blocked this thing, really, and probably would have loved another shot at that. But it is what it is, man. When someone scores one and it's 2-0 and then now it's 2-1, the momentum can shift to that team's side. But it really...
A minute later.
Was it a minute later? Oh, yeah. A minute later, we get a turnover and they're in. Like, they're kind of trying to kick it around. We intercept the damn thing, and Dabinia just takes a rip, dude. Just rips it from damn near outside the box. I'm really enjoying her getting hot on the score sheet. And I'm also enjoying all these celebrations too, man. But God, the pressure was on right there. Just stop it right at the top of the box, and Dabinia just slots it home 3-1.
You give the ball away to somebody like Dabinia, you're gonna pay for it. She's gonna make you pay.
Oh yeah. Michelle Cooper. Was this waved off? Was this goal waved off?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was offsides.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a hell of a goal. She received it, and the lights went off, celebrations went off, and referee is going, "Shut up, everyone, stop. This is not a thing.
Yeah,
save your lights, save your train horn."
It was right in front of us, and it was clearly off, and the fans were booing, and it's like, it was well off. Like,
she was off by
it's a bummer, but yeah,
but that's okay because we have young stalwart Claire Hutton on the team, and that 79th minute comes along. She gets the ball at the weirdest angle on the left side of the box. It just turns around and just rips it, just hits it. Like, because why not? Why not put a shot on goal? And that goalkeeper's like, "Oh, shit, you're shooting?" And kind of gets a hand on it and just goes right in, man. And I'm so happy for Claire, dude. She's been putting together such a great season. I've been wanting her to score for what seems like years. And she did. And this was spectacular. This goes on a highlight reel, no doubt.
I mean, to see her first goal live, it was a lot of fun for me. But it just goes to show you how good she is. And during the regular season, she had a couple where the keeper made amazing saves.
Mm-hmm.
That 80% of the time that ball's probably going in the back of the net. So I mean, she's right there. She just needs a couple more shot attempts, and I think she's going to extend that record. But it goes to show how good she is. I mean, she's a defensive mid. She's a top 5. I can't remember who it was, but I saw an article that had her as a top 5 D mid in the league right now. And she can score like that. And she's young. She can only get better. It's absolutely unreal.
That goalkeeper, I mean, has it. I mean, gets a good palm on it, but it's just the angle and the spin that's happening. It just goes into that side netting. I love seeing the ladies celebrate with her.
Yeah.
Everyone on the field and the substitutes. I say everyone because even Franch was in the back doing this with the thumbs up, the old Terminator thumbs up. It was amazing.
That's about as animated as Franch gets, on the other end there.
I mean, what you think she's going to do unnecessary cardio to go celebrate? Like, I'm going to stay back here where I'm comfortable.
Keepers are not in it for the cardio game.
Yeah. We won by 3 goals. Don't make me run up there. I give you a thumbs up. Good job, young lady. Dude, that's a good time to talk about Claire Hutton in general. The game ends 4-1, by the way, if you're following along. And Claire was named to the U.S. U20 Women's Youth National Team roster for the 2024 FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Colombia. I am thrilled for her, dude. This thing, I'm not thrilled to lose her. She's very important to our team. I hate that she's leaving. But as a player and who's developing at a young age, this thing runs August 31st to September 22nd. And the U20s are a pretty good team, dude. These women coming up. So I expect her to be there.
Top 3 draft picks that have been chosen in the NWSL draft and play for the professional teams. A lot of them are on there.
Yeah. It's, dude, you got a lot of people from college, too, are on this frickin'. team. But I mean, yeah, you got a Bay FC player, a Seattle Reign player, Angel City. But then colleges are listed everywhere. There's a North Carolina Courage, Claire, of course, and then, yeah, that's about it. How wild.
Good for her. I know Vladko, he mentioned that there's pretty much no doubt in his mind she's going to get some national team looks, or he would not be surprised if she got some, primary, playing time for the national team at some point. Like her ceiling is incredibly, incredibly high.
Oh yeah. Something to note, man. This World Cup will feature 24 nations. The competition in 2002, when it started as a 12-team tournament and has grown double that. So that's kind of a neat thing to keep an eye on. There should be probably ways to watch this, yeah?
I would think so. Like, I'm not exactly sure where they're going to televise or show it, but it's going to be somewhere, and I'm going to find it.
The USA start September 1st. So there is that. Broadcast is TBA. But their games have been announced September 1st, 4th, and 7th. Decent times, too. I mean, being in Colombia, you're not having to get up at 4 a.m. for an Australia game or anything like that. So I'm just pumped, man, for Claire in general. Come backstage, though. Damn, don't get hurt. Do not get hurt.
Please.
So we're in the semifinals. We're going to we're going to go play North Carolina Courage a few days later at our place. And before that happened, did we sign the veteran goalkeeper before the semifinals? Yes, we did. So we signed international goalkeeper Almeth Schult. What do you know about her? And why did we need to sign a goalkeeper?
My thought is that they just wanted a veteran presence on the team. If French were to get hurt, I don't know if that shows a little bit of maybe not mistrust, that might not be the way to say it, but just want some additional security that if French gets hurt, they're not relying on a second-year player to help them make the run, to the championship or for a trophy. So to me, this is more insurance. Hope Hissy, she was waived, so they went in a different direction. But Schult to me is just experience. It's a veteran keeper, high IQ, has been around for quite some time. And I mean, her experience will help the team in general. You can never have enough experience in that goalkeeper position.
I mean, experience is an understatement, dude. She was first, in Germany's first division in 2011. Okay, it's a good 13 years ago. And then she led VfL Wolfsburg to UEFA Champions League title and appearances in 2 more Champions League finals over the next 9 seasons. 186 appearances for Wolfsburg across all competitions, leading them to 8 DFB Pokal der Frauen championships and 6 Frauen Bundesliga titles. It's insane. I had a brief stint with Angel City in 2022 and was like, hold on, I got to go back to Germany and give birth to my 3rd child because I'm not doing enough in my life. I need to go be a 3-time mom. And she's had, she went to, then signed with Hamburger. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, we'll go with it. I'm not going to attempt to say it, so we'll just go with
trying to get German over here. I could just say hamburger, but listen to my white ass. My American ass. She's also been in the broadcast booth, dude. She's just kind of a dual threat in that situation. Let's say triple threat, because having 3 kids is no freaking picnic. So now she's here with us. I mean, she played with Germany's U19 team, played with their U20 team, which won a World Cup title, played with Germany's senior team in 2011 in the FIFA World Cup. Then she was the first choice goalkeeper in the 2016 Summer Olympics, where she played every minute and got the country's first women's soccer gold medal. She's done a bit. She's been around.
Yeah. I think just having that experience around Silkowitz to me is a big deal. It's a different look, right? Like having Franch, mentor Silkowitz, help her out. That's key. But just getting a different look from somebody else who's been around the block more times than you could count, clearly intelligent enough to be a broadcaster. Even if she never steps on the field, I feel like she adds more value than Hope Hissey did, assuming you don't have two key injuries. But I like it, man. I like it. It's a lot of fun.
I'm excited. Sad for Hope Hissey, who was 46 overall pick in the draft. Yeah. But those things happen. Sometimes draft picks don't work out, and you wish
them. It's a very deep team. This is a very deep, talented, and competitive team. Like, if you can't make this team, there's no shame in that, because you could probably go somewhere else.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel too bad about it. We've built a roster here that's just different. We are different. We're scary, dude, and we're going to become the villains of the league soon, and that kind of sucks, but it is what it is.
I love it. Embrace it.
Embrace it. So, these semifinals came along, and that was on Tuesday, yeah? And I wasn't that nervous about this, because I was like, listen, we just took care of a couple Mexican teams. I'm feeling pretty good. You want to come into our house, North Carolina, have a little kick around? We can do that. Let's have a little fun. And it just, I don't know, were you worried about this at all?
I mean, I wasn't worried, but North Carolina is just so good in possession. They can make you pay with stupid mistakes. It was just, don't do anything dumb. Just play your game. I think we're going to, we would be okay. But North Carolina can capitalize on those types of mistakes. So that's what I was worried about. But I didn't have to be.
No, didn't have to be. Chewinga's back in this game. And that's feeling good. North Carolina probably saw the previous game and was like, cool, no Chewinga. Save your legs, girls. Save your lungs. And then Chewinga's playing, and they were like, fuck. Because, dude, you get Chewinga and Debinha going at it. Like, it's always funny to see Chewinga on a breakaway. And then Debinha, who's also very quick, behind her, like, I'm coming with you. I swear to God, I'm coming. And she doesn't quite catch up, like, ever. But we had a moment here 40 seconds into this game, dude. Like, Chewinga was in the box against, like, 3 defenders and a goalkeeper, and damn near slots it through the legs of the goalkeeper, who had to sit down to block this shot. It was wild.
Yeah, I mean, if you're North Carolina here, and we're an offensive powerhouse, that Chewinga is a huge threat, because when we played them earlier in the year, every time that ball was around North Carolina, they just kicked it out. When it was around Chewinga, they just kicked it away. Like, we're not going to play this one-on-one game with her. And, 40 seconds in, we're pressuring, like, that's got to be. And, I don't know if they prepared for Chewinga. They'd be stupid not to, just on the off chance. But right out the gate, we just probably, trashed some of their opening plan.
Yes. Because, I mean, that didn't work right there at the gate. So fast forward 60 seconds, and Chewinga's got the ball again, and she stays on sides. It's a little through ball. She's got it, shoots it at the keeper. The keeper kicks it. It's like a kick save, but it goes up in the air, and Debinha tries to put it away, and it doesn't. It gets blocked again, but bounces right to Chewinga, who just lasers it in. Just not going to miss this one. And there's 3 blue shirts right in goal. There's a goalkeeper on the ground. I mean, the still image, when you pause the highlight, is all 3 blue defenders doing this, like looking into the goal. Like, that's where it was. It's 2 minutes into this game, and we're up 1-0. I'm just like, this is all is right in the world. This is where we're supposed to be.
I mean, you could not ask for a better start than to be up 1-0 with 2 minutes in.
No, dude. And it didn't matter. Like, if Chewinga didn't slot that home and it got deflected again, DiBernardo and Debinha both are right there to take care of it. And, there's a little scary moment here in the 8th minute, kind of a long shot. French had to dive down to save it. Didn't get it cleanly, kind of bounced up. Defender was coming in hard to try to slot it away, but France got there just in time. So I feel stupid that you and I thought France would not play in this competition. I'm feeling very dumb.
Yeah, I mean, because there's a lot of conversation around France, right? Like there's always that, it seems like there's a trend. She'll kind of struggle. People ask questions. Is she the goalkeeper that can get us to the championship? Do we need to do something different? And then once that chatter hits a maximum, she shuts us down, plays exceptionally well, and then we go on back with business. And we have Silkowitz, who, balled out in Australia. And everybody's wanting to see what she can do. And these summer cups are a perfect time to get her in there, to see what she can do. So I feel a little stupid, but at the same time, like I would like to see Silkowitz maybe, for the other women's cup, who knows? But I thought France played really well.
Agreed, man. Dude, I go back to what I remember hearing Peter Vermees a long time ago making a comment about Tim Melia saying, all we ask of Tim is to make one save a game. Like, just come up big one time, and hopefully the defense does the rest. And you're kind of seeing that with France. She does come up big when she needs to, and our defense has really packed it in, dude. Like, from the beginning of the year when we were like, oh boy, I'm kind of scared about this defense, man. Like, we're scoring a lot of goals, but we're allowing a lot of goals. And since then, we're getting clean sheets. We're allowing a single goal to a Mexican team, by the way. So that's like very good. I'm just overall very happy with the way defense is shaped up. And then the 56th minute, man, this North Carolina gal who's offsides tragically, because she heads this ball and it does this overarching thing right over France's head into the goal. It was a beautiful goal. And they celebrated for like 3 seconds and was like, damn, offsides. Like,
I think I went and moved something into another room at that moment, and I heard like goal, and I come running out, and I'm like, no, this can't be. And then I saw like, they were celebrating for a good while, and then it was called offsides. And I was just so incredibly relieved. But yeah, she was a good half a body or a good foot or two offsides, but it was a great goal. Unfortunate for North Carolina, because that was really good, but
so good.
Could not be more relieved.
When I see a player get a goal like that in their celebration, I'm like, okay, I'm happy for you, but wish it wasn't against my team. Dude, the first half kind of, besides the goal, kind of got a little boring. Second half, you could just tell we were kind of playing possession a little bit. We had a little attack going on. Chawinga was still trying to be, trying to be dangerous. But we're taking shots from outside the box, which, fine, whatever. If they're gonna be stingy and cover inside the box, then you got to do what you got to do, right? It's like not allowing anything easy in basketball, and you just make everyone shoot threes the whole time. That's kind of what this feels like their game plan was, since we have Chawinga, who's going to drive the lane.
Especially since they maintain the ball so well. They have one of the highest passing accuracy rates, one of the highest possession rates in the league. So, they're going to possess well, but when they are susceptible to the counter, but they will pack it in like we saw. So, you just got to know how to attack this team. But offensively, I know they had a 5-goal performance in the very first game, I think, or something like that. But offensively, they're not as powerful as a team like Kansas City.
Agreed. And speaking of powerful, dude, in the 78th minute, Kurtz for the other team, great player, is tracking down this ball on the right side, and she kind of kicks it, but Chawinga's right there, so it kicks into Chawinga's chest, and she's off to the races. There's 2 defenders. She cuts into the right, takes a shot, it gets deflected, and just sits there. And Dabinia just comes, just licking her lips,
eyes wide open,
just
all white,
ready.
all white. It's like,
you knew she can't miss this. Like, she's beating the defender. There's a North Carolina defender like, fuck. And Dabinia puts it home, dude. Like, there's no missing right here. And Dabinia didn't want to celebrate this one. She's like, calm down. That's nothing spectacular. I do that all the time.
It's her former team.
Hey,
she does not want to get cocky. And
thank you for saying that. I forgot.
Right? Yeah. She probably doesn't want to be disrespectful, but also let's focus. Let's settle down. We're up 2 now. Let's not be stupid.
Dude, it's so smart. I forgot all about that being her former team because, it just seems like she's been with Kansas City forever right now. I don't know. She's just part of this team. So I'm glad you mentioned that. 2-0, final score. I've never seen a more lopsided score box, though. A goal in the 2nd minute and then a goal in the 78th. Right at the beginning and damn near at the end.
When I saw that goal in the 2nd minute, I was like, okay, floodgates are going to open. We're going to unleash it. It didn't happen. But
didn't.
What I like about Dabinia and Chewinga right now is they trust each other. Maybe not in terms of like the passing or doing through passes or, but they trust each other to make a high effort play. And if you follow up, if you put yourself in that position, you might have a chance. Like if Dabinia did not follow up on that first goal, that deflection would not have happened to where Chewinga could just put it in the back of the net. If Dabinia did not follow up on that second one, there would not have been a second goal. So you just have to, when Chewinga goes for it, you got to go with her. And it's a very exhausting thing to do, but you have to.
You don't know if her shot's going to get blocked or put away. Like, you have to be there for the rebound anytime.
It's so hard as well. Like that, her shots are not easy to save. So there's going to be a deflection. That ball's going to hit the ground somewhere. You just got to try to be in a good place for it.
Yeah. Dude, playing soccer with you, I always felt like that whenever you shot. I knew I needed to be somewhere around the box because I might get an easy tap in if your shot's deflected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, your shot was not deflected.
It was not. It was going over the bar or to the side.
No, dude. Chris, you hit knucklers, dude. I don't know how you did it, but you would put some weird spin on it. And I'm like, that's not human soccer. I don't know what you're doing. Whatever works for you, dude.
If I was a professional, I'd be ridiculed probably for my shot. But it is effective.
Oh, it's no doubt. They'd be like, is your foot hurting? You'd be like, no, my foot's fine. It's like, all right. It's pretty weird. Dude, but it worked. I think if it scores goals as a professional, no one's going to say 2 words about it.
Score goals, nobody cares.
No one cares. Dude, we're not going to talk about our next game because we're going to be back on Tuesday to do that. But, I mean, we're about to have a little 4-team event starting with the South African club Mamelodi Sundowns. And then how that turns out, we'll either face Spain's Atletico de Madrid or Japan's INAC Kobe Leonessa. Very mainstream teams. Heard of all these. I'm very excited to see them regardless. We do got to do a toast to the match. We got 2 games to talk about. We're not doing 2 toasts to the match. We're doing 1 for this little 2-game run we went on. What are you thinking, man? Because I've got 2 ideas in my head. What are you thinking?
I think one of these players has been on an absolute tear this tournament, and then also on a tear the last 2 games. And my toast of the match would be Dabinia.
Call it. Holiday Distillery toast of the match.
What an honor, Dabinia. What an honor.
When you're so good and you only need a single name to describe you, it is what it is, man. She's so good. And DiBernardo was a close second for me, who's really come back off of concussion symptoms. Very scary stuff. We're always worried when that kind of stuff happens. And she's been excellent, just dishing out assists like it's freaking candy. I've been having a great time watching her back on the pitch. So hope she stays healthy and keeps going.
Yeah, the one thing that I find kind of odd that I don't like is this tournament, the final, San Antonio, which I wonder if they did that in San Antonio in case there was a Mexican team that was going to play. It was kind of a little more central for them for travel.
Good point.
But I don't like how it's October 25th is the final.
Yeah.
The reason I don't like that is because I feel like right now we benefit from the international break because, I was going for Angel City over Gotham, right? Because I feel like their team is just not as good. Gotham has half of their rosters doing international duty with the U.S. or another team. So I was hoping that Angel City could squeak through, and then we could play them, who I don't think they're as talented of a team. But Gotham's team is going to be back in October. So you have like the Lynn Williams, the Sonnets, the Rose Lavelle, who didn't play at all in this tournament. And they're just going to walk right into the final. So I kind of wish it was earlier, but it's going to be a hell of a game regardless.
It's going to be hard. 25th, man, that's my wife's birthday. So might have to take her on a little birthday trip to San Antonio or something.
Yeah.
But I think I do wish it was like this Saturday. I wish it was, like a regular freaking tournament. The final comes 4 days later, 3 days later. It just would make sense because you've been playing these games and you're in good form. You want the final to be played in a good form. So who knows what kind of form those two teams will be in, man. You don't know if players will have injuries. It might not even be the same freaking roster.
Right.
So I'm a little worried about it, but we'll see what happens. It's just 2.5 months away. It just feels very weird to say. That doesn't normally happen, right?
You might look at your calendar. Yeah, you might look at your calendar and be like, "Oh shit, we got a game in a week and a half." Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is the final. Like, the continuity, I feel like, is the continuity of excitement's a little bit lost. I mean, it's still, I'd rather be in it than not, so can't complain.
Yeah,
but
I'm still very excited, very jazzed.
Trophy opportunity. So hopefully we can bring that one home.
And dude, maybe, I don't know if there's a trophy for this next thing we're playing. It's called the Women's Cup. Great name. And I hope that it'd be nice. I don't know if there's a trophy for that, but if there is, I want to win it.
Yeah. I want there to be some merchandise.
I was just going to say that.
Give me a scarf. Oh, I have to. You have the very first, NWSL Emeki crossover tournament.
Yeah.
You couldn't put together a scarf?
Something with all the teams on there, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't even just have like the branding up there. Just have a couple of the logos that's part of the branding. Give a couple dates. Just give me that.
Would have been great.
I don't ask for much. Just give me some tournament specific branded scarves.
It's, for the first edition of the tournament, I'll give them a pass.
But they knew it was coming. I mean, these people are, if it was something super important, at a drop of a hat, they would get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they can make some money. Yeah, I think it'll look good on your wall. It'll look great on your wall.
I think maybe they worry about having overstock and maybe not selling enough or something like that. I can tell you're mad, so I think we should move on.
Okay.
Shoot, man, I don't have anything else, dude. Do you have anything else in the world of women's soccer?
I mean, not off the top of my head. I hope Lauren's okay. I'm excited for this upcoming game that you just kind of touched on. We'll talk about a little bit more next week. But I'm just enjoying all of the soccer, all of the sports, everything.
Yeah, 100%. Didn't really touch on the Olympic quarterfinal match, dude, where Trinity Rodman freaking scored. But I mean, what the semifinals, was that the one where Sophia Smith scored in extra time?
Yes.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, like the 95th, I think.
That was awesome. I as much as I hate to play against Sophia Smith, I'm glad she represents our country on the field. So
it's one of those, I love to hate her in the NWSL, but I love her in national team duties.
Yeah.
And it's a hate because she's so damn good. And she terrorized us. So
yeah, and someone that's been just a freaking beast, dude, is Naomi Girma. I mean, she's been marvelous in the back line.
So good.
And Alyssa Nair's doing good things too. I mean, newsflash, Alyssa Nair's a good goalkeeper.
That stop against Germany, kind of at the death with her foot.
Yeah. That Germany goalkeeper's good too, though. I've been watching her a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm excited, dude. I'm going to watch that tomorrow, and it's going to be brilliant.
So excited.
Cool. Anything else? We good?
I think that's it, man.
All right, dog. Well, I think we made a name for ourselves here today. And we'll be back Tuesday, I guess Wednesday for your ear holes, our regular scheduled bat channel, bat time, all that stuff. Until then, follow us on socials at No Other Pod, at Dan Kooser, at Chris Wright 21. Send us an email, nootherpod@gmail.com. Leave us 5-star rating and review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and the Mint mobile hotline. Send us your questions and comments, 913-407-6524. Looking forward to getting those from you guys. So until then, for Chris, I'm Daniel. We love you to the moon. See ya.